Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Treant Protector.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dark Seer.
Dire team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Radiant team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Juggernaut.
Dire team pick. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Rubik.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Earth Spirit.
Radiant team pick.
Man stands ready.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Feet for the second round of the winners brackets, and the draft is actually really advanced. I didn't mean to do this, but as per usual, technical issues because of the lack of optimization in Dota is forcing us to start the match a bit late. My name is D Swordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Hope you enjoy the cast, and a special treat for anyone watching today. It's actually Jayo that's going to be standing in with Happy Feet again, the American Filipino boy. Jayo used to play in EG, played in was it Execration? No, played in Rave when they almost made it to the international. So it's pretty exciting to see. Right, that's it. MVP Revolution, pick up Darkseer, Crystal Maiden, Juggernaut, Earth Spirit, Darkseer combo, Crystal Maiden, Juggernaut in the early game. It's a pretty easy lineup to run. Honestly, MVP Revolution is the classic style. Lineups. Juggernaut Crystal Maiden didn't get any changes, but of course with that arcane aura, the Juggernaut can spam Blade Fear as much as he wants, spam Healing Ward as well. Earth Spirit and Darkseer can take charge of the team fight. And now with the Invoker as well, MVP Revolution has a really considerable team fight, in addition to a strong early game and some good ganking power in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Happy Feet, they pick up a Trempaneter, Batrider, Rubik, Sven, and Tinker. So much safer lanes, with the Sven and Rubik being able to just hang out alone, and Trempaneter and Batrider can just join each other then in the top lane and thus get some secure and decent farm in the early game. I think the point was to stay in the mid lane and not ever be harassed by anyone from MVP Revolution, but of course Tinker against a Juggernaut and Invoker. Time that, especially in the beginning when the Invoker with this huge range can still use Alacrity or Exhort and whatnot, steal your last hits, and all you can do is watch because obviously your laser doesn't actually reach the Invoker unless the Invoker gets close enough to you. So if Stormcat plays well, can utilize his rage better, and can just put a lot of harassment on the Tinker then.
5 seconds remaining.
Then the Invoker should be able to win the lane practically in terms of last hits. Again, about the draft itself. The whole idea here at MVP Revolution is people to be able to get some ganks with the Invoker in the early game, so he doesn't have to leave the lane. They're pretty confident with the Tinker. They have a nice amount of team fight, but without honestly. Similarly, the Invoker is not particularly sorry, what I mean is he's just an offlaner. They haven't sacrificed the hero but to become a team fight offlane like do if you were picking an axe or something like that. Darkseer is useful in most stages of the game regardless, and you actually only have team fight based on him and our Spirit, and that's actually fine. The Vacuum Wall replica is already really strong, and then the freezing, if you have a solid Gary, in this case Pubber, on the Juggernaut, who also offers some team fight by the way, and magical immunity, which is very useful. And of course the Invoker to offer a ridiculous amount of team fight to your team. I mean, it's just the idea that MVP Revolution have not put too much effort into this. They haven't gotten like crazy synergies or anything of the sort, gone for the full magic damage or full early game lineup like we've seen the Prime and D do before. They just simply decided to pick a solid, stable, and consistent lineup. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for MVP Revolution. Now, Happy Feet is a bit different. Happy Feet actually have much more going on in their lineup just because they picked up a Sven. That Sven can either work really well for them or not at all, actually. Now, the new Sven is still questionable in terms of effectivity. You know, people are still uncertain if that extra strength is going to bring him back into the meta because he still gets kited like hell. But of course, with 40 strength at God Strength level 3, that Sven is going to not only hit hard, but also I do believe they are playing in the Japanese server for people that don't know, because MVP Revolution suggested that, and Happy Feet was agreed to it because they have an American stand-in, and that's Jay. Right, that's it. Yeah, exactly. So now, I think MVP Revolution actually have worse ping in the Japanese server. Maybe I'm not entirely certain, but they suggested it, so they both agreed to the Japanese server beforehand. I don't know why they're complaining. I don't know if they're complaining about this or not. I'm not entirely certain because they did agree to it, so we'll see. But in this case, Happy Feet though, like I said, they have to dominate the lanes a bit more. They're utilizing the Batrider and the Trempaneter exactly for that. Jules in the bottom lane can join Jayo and just get him a lot of farm, and with a new stacking method, the Sun should be back to some degree, at least in terms of farming. You can farm like crazy, especially utilizing that God Strength. And of course, the Tinker's supposed to be left alone in the mid lane. Maybe get Crowd Boots early, maybe get it late. Tinker doesn't really care because, of course, with a new stacking method, though they have nerfed the creeps and how much gold and experience they give, the March of the Machines way of farming is actually one of the most effective Creates 2 stacks over here, and these 2 stacks will be able to be farmed by martial machines. In fact, if you put yourself here, you should be able to farm 3 stacks even, actually. And you can just create 3 stacks, 3 triple stacks, and it's so easy for the Tinker to farm. And if any creeps are left behind, Sven comes in, clean up crew, easy stuff. And Sven can utilize this part of the jungle, for example, where this whole point. Oh, is there only 2 camps here? Just I can utilize this. You can use these camps as well because there's ancients and they're also closer. These are good for the marching machines. Anyway, the whole point is to divide the jungle equally among them, enough so that both of them get enough farm. You have to identify who. Let's start doing stacks for him and let's take him. Is Sven getting crushed and laid by his Darkseer Earth Spirit combo? No problem. We'll let Jo farm some stacks and we'll be completely fine. Because that's all he has to do. And once he gets God Strength, I mean, man, you can even consider getting an Axe now with the new Sven. It's so powerful. Just because the bonus damage got nerfed ever so slightly, but like 40% of level 3 is not that big a deal. I'd rather take the 16 Strength and the 80% bonus damage than the 100% bonus damage in there. And I did rework the Scepter. Give a bit less damage. Now with the strength, it's much easier to use the scepter as an OP powerful tool because of course the support span has been buffed considerably with this. If you go for Amulet of Morrigan, which I think it should be staple now in Sven because of the ridiculous amount of strength you get on him. But you can go up a variety of builds, mind you. But Amulet of Morrigan or this should both be considered here for the Sven. The thing is, if you go for God Strength already level 1 with Armor and Morrigan, that is what I think it gives you 24. I want to say 40. No, 25. Okay. Yeah, so it'd be 41 strength total. That's just level 6, mind you. If you can get the Armor and Morrigan around minute 7, minute 8, we should be fine. That's 40 strength total. And that is a total of 640 HP. 640 HP at this time. Yeah, no way. There's no way you're getting through that. You can even Omnislash Sven, he has the extra armor as well. You can attack him as much as you want. It's just never gonna happen. And the guys at Happy Feet will always be able to destroy, or will always be able to survive with a Sven that survived for ages.
Thanks.
Game finally started, and then we'll see if the Sven pick actually does work out, especially against a melee carry such as Juggernaut. He's traditionally known as a counter, so I don't know exactly how MVP Revolution are supposed to win this. However, Invoker and Darkseer might help in that regard, especially with that Surge. That Surge might be really useful to kite this Sven up, especially with the Invoker. That said, guys, before we get into the game and continue with the analysis, let's present the teams real quick. My name is The Swordfish. I'll be your caster for today, and let's see what Happy Feet and MVP Revolution have for us today. Yash, careful. Rolling Boulder. A bit of damage, not enough. The Poison Orb is not hitting him too hard. Right, so for Happy Feet, on the Radiant side, we have this Filipino squad. Jesse Vash will be playing the Team Protector in the support position. In the mid lane, it's Ben-Hur as the Tinker. As the carry, Jo will be taking up the Sven. The Rubik by Jules will be the second support. And finally, in the off-lane position, a Bad Rider played by Yash. Now, as for MVP Revolution, this team from Kyrgyzstan, we have W. Zayak, the captain of the team, as the Crystal Maiden. Pubber will be playing the Juggernaut in the carry position. In the mid lane, Stormcat, their newest addition, will be playing the Invoker. On the Earth Spirit in the second support position, of course, it's Blizzy. And then finally, in the off lane position, playing the Darkseer, it's going to be Napaleoshka. Now, in this, actually, Stormcat is also dying to the power of Happy Feet. I just saw this cut the end. I'm assuming telekinesis to bring it back. They blocked him a bit with the Tree Protector, and they even went for level 1 Leech Seed and level 1 Stormhammer, so they were very determined to get that kill. High base attack damage on the Sven, even a Fairy Fire to help him out. Oh, Yaj is myself for the same fate as the Frostbite. Yaj wanted to go for the Rune, at least we put some pressure. Realizing that it's quite dangerous, the Poison Orb is really annoying him. Blizzy does not have a Rolling Boulder for 6 more seconds. So Blood Rider should be fine. We're feeding first blood to the enemy team, a team that already has Sven. I'm pretty sure you fed that first blood to him. Yep, that is not good at all. Yep. Because That Jo does fast boots. Oh, Napaloshka stunned out, already slowed, has no surge. He's gonna go down to the Rubik. And this tri-lane, it makes sense why they ran it as opposed to just running dual lanes, because it's so powerful for the guys at Happy Feet. They want to get some advantage in this lane before the Darkseer, starts being annoying. They want to force him into the jungle if possible. However, Sven got no mango, but he did get a base mana pool increase, which also helped him out considerably actually in this new patch, because now you can use 2 Stormhammers as opposed to 1 in the early game, or use 2 Stormhammers reasonably well. Okay, Napaleos draws no surge. Now the Stormhammer catches him out. It's just a leech sheet, but it's the slow they need, honestly, because Napaleoshka, without a surge, has no escape mechanism. They're really screwing up here, though. Okay, Happy Feet. I mean, I know you're winning and all, but you can't screw up your positioning so much. They body blocked each other constantly. They didn't body block Darkseer whatsoever, not utilizing his low movement speed without the surge. Like I said, you have a Sven with boots, and you also have a Trim Protector that's quite fast, or at least as fast as you are, more or less. So you could definitely done that, but the Sven with boots also didn't seem to have much of an impact there, with only a Stormhammer and whatnot. I think they used the Stormhammer a bit too soon. Oh well, the surge is already available on Napaleoshka, and he also has an arcane aura, so I cannot imagine him really be bothered by this. What you need right now is a Quelling Blade on Jo, so that he can actually start blasting these creeps a bit more efficiently. Like Jo needs the Quelling Blade, frankly, but against the Iron Show, it's not a bad idea. Okay, the battery on the top lane has been frostbitten, now rolling bouldered, and absolutely squashed by these creeps. Luckily, he just gets killed by neutral creeps. He gets a bit of gold out of it as well, so it's not that bad. Worth the MVP Revolution is not increased, that's the whole point. And in this bottom lane, oh, that's not meant to happen. And in this bottom lane, the Sven is already, surpassing him in terms of farm. No surprise there. Actually, never mind. I thought he's surpassing him in terms of net worth. No, not even. The farm from the Juggernaut is actually much more efficient than the Sven's farm, so even though he got first blood and a couple kills, it doesn't really matter. Boulder Smash will catch out the Tinker. Oh, there's the Cold Snap, but not the Sunstrike. Not going to impact him, and he's going to start eating some trees. Heat-seeking missiles. Tinkers wants to fight. Telekinesis back. Head lasers to be used. Blizzy's going to keep on fighting this, but Benher is more than sure that he can kill him. There it is. Getting the Earth Spirit quickly. Jules is to run away from Napaleoshka. The Surge is available, but Napaleoshka will decide to use a different Iron Shell instead, trying to kill the Rubik with a range rather than having to run to him. The Rubik survives with just 11 HP. Just 1 second of Iron Shell would have killed him. 1 second. Or maybe, yeah, 1.5 or so. But sadly, the Darkseer is unable to get that kill, even with the second Iron Shell. As why, you play a bit more aggressively in the beginning. Use the Surge, It was an alright play. If the Tinker did punish a Surge or something with heat-seeking missile plus laser, and the Surge, went under the tower, because of course it did, then he could have gotten a kill on an Earth Spirit for what? A rotation and... Sorry, a rotation and a kill on the Darkseer? So a rotation that leads to his death, that's not... Completely terrible rotation for Napaleoshka, who just screwed. In the top lane, they catch Yaj. They have a Blade Fury. He wants to go up into the high part, but ooh, the ward sees him anyway, and the poor battery will just go down. Pubber extends his blade at the end. It's almost like we're playing Crumbling Island Arena. Kills on the Bad Rider. What to say there? I mean, their MVP Revolution finally get the kill they were looking for, but the Bad Rider was playing a bit too, considerably aggressively. Yaj, I don't understand really. I don't see why he's playing this way. He doesn't see this as his ward here. He could have gotten to the high ground, but of course, if he didn't, that means that he knew there was a ward, but isn't dewarded at all. Oh, stun onto Benher. They need a Cold Snap, Sunstrike as well, but not going to impact onto Benher. Mainly because they haven't been used, right? And the boots, so finally onto Stormcat, that's going to help him out a bit, but like I said, Benher, actually not easy lane for either of them. I'm also surprised that Stormcat actually had to go for the Quad Exort build as opposed to one level of Wax early on, and utilize your range for that advantage, but... Yeah, sure. I mean, you have the Arcane Aura, so you should be spamming Sunstrike or Cold Snap if you can, just to deal some damage. I mean, create a Forge Spirit at the very least, deal some damage with this annoying Tinker. And the range on the laser is pretty nice, though. I'll admit that. That range on the laser is pretty nice. I'm underestimated the range of the laser, thinking it was just like, it's small within reason, but it's not as small as I thought. Oh no. Jules can frostbin. There goes the Juggernaut with the phase boots and the Blade Fury. Jules only has arcane boots. That's pretty fast arcane boots. I'll give him that, but that's all he has. And now Pubber and W Zyke want to get a possible other kill with the Omni Slash. Pubber has it ready, and oh, there it is. It comes out. Yaj, one more hit, and Pubber takes a double kill with ease. While Happy Feet just watch their Bat Rider be extinguished by the flames of the Juggernaut. And the bottom lane, Jail, they try to initiate upon him. The Sunstrike misses though, so they'll lose most of their damage. And they won't be able to follow him through to the tower. This combination of now Darkseer and Earthspirit has been putting a bit more of a dent into this fence farm. If you look at it, because the Darkseer hasn't been dying as much, the difference is now much more considerable because Juggernaut's gone 2 kills with a bit late. One of them was to support, so yeah, it's not tooting his horn too much. And oh, Blizzy found Jules. This could be an easy kill. Oh, is scared of the possible stunning shrine, which makes perfect sense. Grabs the regen rune. Knows he's gonna have enough mana anyway, but whatever. Nobody else is gonna grab it. You rather that than Ben-Hur grab it with his bottle, and your Invoker has no bottle, so there's no point in actually you leaving it there. Now he's gonna go into the mid lane again. Ben-Hur does not see us because he has no in the mid lane, surprisingly enough, even though you're playing against an Earthspirit. I guess the ganks have been unsuccessful, so it makes sense. Well, he's just waiting for a possible rolling boulder here. I mean, it's definitely gonna happen within the next seconds. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Blizzy sees the lane be pushed. The Tinker decides to back out, even though he doesn't see the Earthspirit. And we'll come back in with the next. Oh wow, this is really dangerous. He comes in with a Clarity too, so there's even more reason for Blizzy to just go in. The March of the Machines, maybe they wait it out. W's out from behind. Screw the March of the Machines. Sunstrike hits him, so there's a Frostbite. And Ben-Hur will die to the damage from the Cold Snap. The MVP Revolution almost lose Stormcat in that engagement, but with his quads, it's kind of hard to kill this man, as he has a ridiculous regen. Honestly, I think his regen is, what, 15? Wow, 15 per second. So much in the early game. So he's going to be perfectly fine after that engagement. Just quads it up. And even, they're going to use the Shrine. They're going to use the Shrine even. That's fine. Honestly, WZyke and Blizzy both took a bit of damage. And now they have a Sunstrike as well available and a bit more mana for this Invoker. Killing the Tinker there was quite important. The net worth, like I said, of the Invoker and the Tinker is quite even. But you're Midas, right? However, the idea is that you get the Midas before he gets his boots, if possible. Because otherwise, the Tinker starts doing things with his boots, you know, going around the map, being annoying, and you can't, you Midas things. So if he does kill you for whatever reason, and that's definitely going to happen, actually, then you have no way of recovery. And he can just search you out and kill you, and that whole Tinker killer build. The Tinker, the murderous Tinker build, where you go the heat-seeking missiles and lasers, and you have a couple points in laser, and also much of the machines, is very effective. In the bottom lane, by the way, they actually killed off this man. I didn't see what happened. Was the Sunstrike used? Yes, it was. So Frostbite plus some Boulder Smash, I can only imagine, even though Living Armor was used. It's a Sunstrike and eventually killed him. Yeah, just we actually will find out an Earthspirit in the bottom. Oh, god damn it. Pubber decides to go in. Omni Slash is the Bat Rider, and now in the mid lane, they're going on to the Tinker. Cold Snap, not a Sunstrike. Sunstrike is not going to hit. Ooh, had that hit, he could have killed him. And Ben-Hur is now going to put a little pressure in this middle lane, taking the Forge Spirit. Why do you keep killing each other everywhere in the map? There's no way I can follow all this action. Meanwhile, Pubber fighting against Yash. Yash comes in with a Butterfly. Or the Firefly, sorry. No Lasso, though. And Pubber is really questioning whether he can kill him or not. Really considering it. I mean, he can kill him. Just a Blade Fury and he's dead, but obviously you have to wait for the Firefly to wear out. Not because of the damage, but because of the movement. Okay, the Smoke Gang, the Trim Protector, and the Rubik. This might work against the Invoker. He does have a Tornado, though, if he wants to. But it's actually no, because the Quaz leaves him in the air. So, yeah, it should be pretty decent Tornado. Careful, Telekinesis is back. That's not the best Telekinesis in the world. He heals this completely. Thanks to the Magic Stick and Infused Raindrops, so Stormcat will be perfectly fine. That was a completely failed gank. Go Rolling Boulder in the top lane. They still want to kill Yash, but again, no Omni Slash means that Juggernaut can't really jump on Yash, and the Firefly is quite scary if you're Blizzy. Oh, Pubber says, screw it, let's jump on him, Oh no, Blizzy, where are they taking you? The Healing Ward is going to help you. Blizzy's just is trying to survive, and he will, thanks to a final Rolling Boulder. That Healing Ward will not save him, but it'll heal him back up completely. And in the middle lane, Ben-Hur dies to a Cold Snap, and this time they did hit him with the Meteor instead of the Sunstrike. Why? Screw the Sunstrike idea, you know? Why try to hit it with Sunstrike as a short area of effect when I can just hit it with a Meteor and get the constant DPS on him by Storm, actually. Because by doing so, they get a Cold Snap, you know, constantly going on to the Tinker, regardless of him going high ground or not. He can't evade it, really, because the Meteor will definitely hit someone without an escape mechanism. And, of course, the Cold Snap Meteor should be at this stage of the game. Especially when you're maxing Zord. The worst case scenario, you use a Sunstrike as well. Why not? Those infused raindrops are helping him out so much. Jesus Christ. Being able to take away the Seeking Missiles damage almost to the fullest of extents is great in the early game if you think about it, because the Tinker relies especially on the extra bit of damage for the heat-seeking missiles and of course the laser to heal you, because he has no other source of damage really in the early game. He wants from marching machines and lasers, so the heat-seeking missiles is more of a I'm going to secure my kill if they're really low, and that's most likely going to happen if they stand in the martial machines for a couple minutes or a couple seconds and they get hit by 1 or 2 lasers. That's a good idea, but however you really rely on the heat-seeking missiles to kill them, because Tinker doesn't naturally have any sort of movement ability or so you can't really chase someone like Quap with. With that infused raindrops, it helps you out a lot to mitigate the damage. Similar to infused raindrops for creating of magical damage, but it really does stop his 17% greater bash. That said, Jayo himself with also infused raindrops decided to go for the Mask of Madness. I think that's the wisest choice right now. That Mask of Madness armor seems like a good idea. And they're starting to get some stacks, but I don't see many stacks. I saw an ancient stack there, or it seemed like an ancient stack back in the time. But I don't see many stacks for the Sven right now. It's a lot of mids in, and he can already farm the jungle, and there's not really any stacks for him. Just going to sort of lifesteal, I was going to say. Good. Which is weird. Did Rubik just steal the Blade Fury to leave? That's really smart. That's actually really smart. Okay. Now I'm going to try to take this tower. Jesse Vash has an overgrowth. He has a double damage, but what is going to do? Oh, they spot him with a dust. And then they go Boulder Smash to stun him out. They even have a Frostbite, and Pubber will just hit him to death. Nothing they can do to survive. Honestly, once they found him out of the dust, it was like, ah, bollocks. And then he died. And now this bottom tower is going to die with him as well. Because there's no way of protecting it with a living armor, of course. And you really can't do much besides that. Because nobody's going to go down bottom and try to take it. Right, that was a really good glyph, by the way. He'll keep sitting this tower though, pretty determined. So WZI comes in, he has an invisibility. They were not expecting this, they have no way of stopping him. Like the Frostbite is gonna hit the Sven. There's the Rolling Boulder, the Storm Hammer, the Magnetize from Blizzy is gonna start doing some damage. They need to get him the second stack up. The Boulder Smash will hit him and renew those stacks. Jayo starting to lose damage, lose health against Pubber. He has no armor to survive this, so careful Pubber. 2 crits in a row, and will turn the Sven into sushi as the Rolling Boulder catches Yash, force him to use a Firefly. And they might even kill the poor Earth Spirit. In fact, there's a lot of napalm stacks onto him. They will kill him. It's sacrificing for the greater good, because here it's all WZI's fault. However, here is the help from Jules' healing ward. Okay, to try to kill mid-suicide and give some gold to the enemy team. And he offers a distraction for long enough that Yash can finally leave the scene of the crime. That was weird. That was a weird play by the Rubik. I didn't quite understand what the play was, honestly, just coming with a healing ward, or just coming in, stealing the healing ward. I thought he came in with Cold Snap at the beginning, and then he seemed to steal the healing ward. It seemed like Cold Snap, but anyway, that's beyond the point. The Battle survives, the Rubik dies. The mechanism is built on Napalyoshka as well. It's not the earliest mechanism in the world. Wow, actually, Napalyoshka's farms not that. Considering he has not the greatest mechanism or even boots in the world, because you don't have arcane boots at all. 30 minutes in, your farmer's okay, like I said, but it's still SEA. It's okay for SEA, so in the average, and you're actually quite low. It's mainly not because SEA is bad, it's SEA just doesn't farm. It's how they play. Oh, Sentry's gonna catch the tree. Oh, they know where he is. They know exactly where he is, but they have another sentry there where the Trin cannot see, and the Crystal Maiden can, because she has the Crystal Nose, so isn't a chance. All they have to do is push this tower, take the sentry away, and WZI will feel like a complete man. And this tower against Pubber's damage, easy pickings, easy pickings. I mean, he's going for the Manta style that Visual Blade build, no surprise there. That's going to help him push a lot as well. High agility, plus a good amount of stats, by the way, and of course the pushing power of Manta style. Yes, please. Now the healing ward to help his illusions out. Don't know why he's doing that, because the illusions die way too quickly. But hey, keep attacking those towers. Pubber's doing a pretty good job of taking it down. I mean, you can even Blade Fury last second if he's hurt by the Mark of the Machines. He's honestly just evading them. And then from behind, the smoke gank from Happy Feet. Will they catch out anyone before they leave? Oh, Pubber seems like a prime target. There's the lasso. Healing Ward is just running away. Boulder Smash to hit too. And Pubber, Blade Fury is going to receive any of the damage. Vacuum now from with War Replica, and the Yaj and Jayo are stuck in a bad position. Yaj might actually die first. And Jayo is trying to fight Pubber with all his might, but he won't be able to do it with a Frostbite and a Boulder Smash to his face. case, he goes down. Everyone in MVP Revolution's in a coma, but they will survive just barely. And Napoleoshka smells something. He knows there's Jesse Vash around here. No, they have a dust, though. They could have used it. However, it seemed like it because he just activated an ice shot just right next to it. But you didn't see him listen or anything. That said, MVP Revolution lose a Crystal Maiden, if I'm not mistaken, whereas Happy Feet lose everything else. MVP Revolution, really happy with this engagement. You're forcing this Sven to not really farm by playing or fighting these things. You're actually asking this Sven to go for Sanjay, for a possible Sanjay and Yasha, or maybe a Heaven's Halberd to begin with. It's not a bad idea, because the Heaven's Halberd doesn't get a spell of magical immunity, so Juggernaut can't really use his Blade Fury. But in the early game, it's not going to help you too much, because again, the Blade Fury can be used. Even though the Juggernaut, of course, won't be able to hit during Blade Fury, because that's just not even possible to begin with. He is not going to dispel anything. He has to be able to deal magical damage during the Blade Fury, and then, well, okay, fine. that's all he cares about. And also, he also has an illusions to deal some bit of damage to you. And since you have a lot of armor,
Bottom tower is under attack.
currently, MVP Revolution is actually having quite an easy time, especially against Sven because of the itemization of Jayo. Maybe an armor would have been a bit more effective, honestly, against a possible Juggernaut. Unless it's Sanjay and Yasha, in which case, sure. Fair enough. The BKB is also very necessary because this Invoker is going to get a quickish Aghanim's. I mean, he got the Midas pretty late, and then the Ags is going to come, what, minute 18 or so? So that's average, honestly, average Aghanim's, but it's still good enough that you need a BKB for it. And now the Invokers will start joining in team fights, because honestly, once you have the Aghanims, there's actually no reason not to. The question here is, for Happy Feet, sorry, what do you do against this Invoker if you have no BKB on your Sven? How are you going to prevent him from being kited? The Mask Command is not enough, the Warcry is good, but it's not enough either, and the extra strength will just prevent him from dying, but not from being kited. It's a pretty powerful hero and got severely buffed, but of course, if you do not go for that BKB, you're still very weak. It's not like Sven's core got changed too much. Okay, there's still the Blade Fury, I believe, some cover. Yeah, he's gonna start Blade Fury. This is not a good idea. The battle doesn't jump in any second with a blink. There it is. Yaj is looking for him. The Firefly visions and reveals the Juggernaut is not within range of a lasso anymore. And Juggernaut will just walk away. I mean, the whole time he had the Omni Slash anyway. He might just be sacked. Jesse Vash is literally in the trees right now. I'm a bit afraid of coming out because of the sentries and dusts and that sixth sense that the enemy team has been demonstrating. A Diffusal Blade is in the work and almost done for the Juggernaut. That's fantastic. Meanwhile, the Sven Sanjin. I really wonder what that's going to become. Heaven's Halberd, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's Heaven's Halberd. But again, the armor that I would think would have been fantastic. Oh no, yeah, she doesn't like fire. She's an ice woman. Look at her. Just dies, crumbles to the floor because of the fire around her, and of course the Fateful, which dealt a ridiculous amount of damage to her. Oh, Jayo caught by the Rolling Boulder. There's a Tornado combo with the Meteor. That's not what they're trying to do. Ice Wall as well, whatever. Vacuum to bring him back. Jayo is slowed down considerably, wants to kill Blizzy. Won't be able to because he's been disarmed by a Deafening Blast. And now in comes the Tinker, kills Blizzy with exactly what he needed, which was a combo of heat-seeking missiles and lasers. Yaj desperately trying to cancel some TPs, realizes he's Bat Rider, cries in despair. Pretty big deal. Battle or Spirit dying there, not a big deal at all. In fact, it's surprising, even though the Invoker messed up with the Aghanims, he's kind of showing off all his spells, like, oh, look what I can do. And that was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good that he killed him anyway, because the Tornado Meteor was not the best idea. Meteor plus Cold Snap would have been better to begin with, and an Ice Wall as well. But I suppose he really thought halfway through, oh shit, I should probably put an Ice Wall down, because his friend gets really crushed by this when he has no BKB. And that was entirely correct, so good job. Okay, so now he's going for Mask Command. So he's just keeping the Ice Wall for BKB. So he's just keeping the Sanjay as is. Which partially might be him realizing that he really does need a BKB, which is not a bad idea. Or partially could be seriously him just thinking, I just need a Sanjay. I don't even need a Sanjay Yasha. Sanjay got buffed. It gives me a lot of strength. I'm going for strength. I'm going for the pure strength build. And frankly, Sanjay does give him damage because how much strength does it give you? 16 strength. That all gets converted into damage for God's strength. So, because obviously bases on your base damage, that's not bad. And that's 16 strength is supposed to 28 bonus strength. That's already above 40. It's the 44 mark. And that is above 600 HP that you're getting every time you activate God's strength. That's not bad. That is actually not bad if you consider that you're going for that kind of a Sven strength build with the Mask of Madness. Okay, you just had to go for Yasha. Never mind, all my analysis was... On the bright side, that Sanjay and Yasha might be pretty useful ones in this one. He's getting a lot of stacks too from the Ancient. Finally found some stacks. It's only a triple stack, mind you. That's not that strong, but it could be better. But triple stack is good enough for him to at least start rivaling the Invoker in the enemy team and getting away from the Darkseer's farm. Because right now, the fact that your net worth is so close to the Darkseer is a bit embarrassing. It's just an embarrassment thing. It's not really an important thing either. Okay. They don't see him, right? They have a dust available, but they don't see him. And this sentry does see this ward, so this could be a good place to de-ward, but I don't think he knows that the sentry sees the ward. In fact, he's gonna see the courier. He is not. That courier. What? I don't know what that courier brought. Oh, blink dagger. Why did it say blink dagger? Oh, blink dagger for both. Alright. Okay, Juggernaut got caught by a lasso. It's really bad for them. Tornado comes in. Pubber has to spin away, and he should be fine for now. The EMP as well uses an exo zone out, and the Earth Spirit will sacrifice himself for the life of Pubber. I think that was definitely worth it. And W Zayak now being harassed slightly by Yaj. Pubber careful because he's coming with an Omnislash and Diffusal Blade. You don't want to fight this, honestly. I mean, Happy Feet, you don't want to fight this, seriously. You got a lucky break with a lasso, but you're going to die against this man. He goes in with a Blade Fury. Jayo's actually really tanky. They just Frostbite him, Deafening Blast, Cold Snap, so much damage! And Jayo melts to the ground! Actually, no, he's frozen to the ground because of the freezing field as well, helping out, but he is destroyed by the power of Happy Feet. And in exchange, you only lost an Earth Spirit. Meanwhile, Stormcat finds Jesse Vash. There's the Earth Spirit coming with the dust. Jesse Vash is like, what? Where did it come from? And before he can ask Earth Spirit's name, Kyle, he is gonna go down to the damage of the Invoker. And Napoleon's good too. That's a free Roshan for them, and they haven't even wasted their Omnislash in that fight. And the Sunstrike comes out. No big deal. Oh, the Stinker. They catch him with a vacuum. The Boulder Smash. He's silenced. He's Frostbitten. He's stunned. And even though the Martial Machines will again kill Blizzy, Blizzy's pretty much used to this. The Tinker will die as a result. And they only lose the support. Also, that support came afterwards, meaning that you didn't get any experience for that. So, in the end, Happy Feet, I mean, they're pretty happy with that. Sorry, the MVP Revolution, they're pretty happy with that. They keep taking the enemy scores only for one of your supports. That support actually meant to die anyway. And oh, Jules. Oh, Jules. Thank God he started spinning. I thought for a second that was the Juggernaut that just blinked to him, but no. Blink Dagger on Juggernaut, though, available. No surprise there. One of the most common items. Jesse Vash is following him through the trees. Invoker, meanwhile, he's decided to go for Link. Just help the Bat Rider's Lasso. That's not a bad idea. In the enemy team, Jayo's finally decided that it's time for the BKB, but it might be a bit too late. The Invoker with Axe is already pretty dangerous here. He even has Blink Dagger. Sorry, even has Blink Dagger. And if the Rubik has Blink Dagger, that's a pretty good catch for him. In fact, Jules is playing pretty good as a position 4. Pretty well as a position. Is that the Rubik can't have that much impact this game because the spells to steal aren't that great. Freezing Field is alright. Honestly, if you steal it, it's quite easy to steal. Magnetize too. If you do steal it, actually, if you don't steal Remnants, it's pretty weak, so never mind. Omnislash or Blade Fury are okay to steal, and some of the Invoker spells are okay to steal, like I said, but they're not. None of them are really great. Maybe the Vacuum to some degree from the Darkseer or the Wall Replica could be alright, but you really do need that Axe to steal a bunch of spells in one team fight. Only stealing one in this case with the low or the highest cooldown, and you have 18 seconds on the spell steal. Yeah, it's not worth it at all. Okay, Pubber in this top lane. I don't know if he's being searched by Yaj, or yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. He could just Blade Fury the creeps away. He actually just used his magical immunity to kill some creeps. Wow, he didn't even goes in head first to attack them. Omnislash can only consume, but don't use an Omnislash because you almost have level 3. You're pretty close to it, in fact. Yeah, it's what, 100 XP away. Take a tower, take a bit of creeps, and then you're done. You're set. Okay, that's a bit of creeps you need to take. Don't divide that evenly among you guys in terms of experience. Just take a tower. Jesus. Okay. No, Jayo. No, I mean, Pubber, please get to level 18. It reduces your cooldown by just 10 seconds. Efficiency. Also, 9 slashes killed almost everyone. There it is. Finally. Pubber is set. That was important. Being able to take that is important. And even take the Sven stacks. Because now with these level 18, his Omnislash becomes a very powerful weapon. And even find out the Rubik, don't need to use the Omnislash of course. Jules, Sunstrike, Cold Snap, and bye bye. He steals something before he dies. I couldn't quite tell. I think it was Sunstrike before he died, but okay. He couldn't even use it. Oh, in the bottom lane, they actually cashed out the Sven. They use the yo-yo of death. Blizzy, he's just trying to survive for now. Rolling boulder, vacuum to keep him in the place. And Jayo will start losing all his mana, all his HP to Pubber, who just omni slashes him into the face and decides to crit him twice as he comes out of it. I don't know how he does it, but he gets it every time. Every time he can crit him twice. It's honestly been a long-standing thing. It's only 25% or 35%. But regardless, good job, Pubber. Being able to get a couple kills now with a Scotty. He's arming himself up. He's arming himself up. Sorry, with a Scotty. It requires. Sorry about this, guys. My mouse seems to be doing weird things, which is why in teamfights the camera gets weird. My mouse is doing weird things. All right. Albert seems quite content with like a game's going. Being able to go for Scotty shows a lot of decision. Oh, healing ward's not bad. Shows a lot of confidence in how the game is going, because being able to go for Scotty means it's a late game item, which is definitely better for you. But of course, you sacrifice a lot of your early mid game to get it. So you have to be very sure that it's gonna work. Oh no, that telekinesis failed. It just hit a creep. That's not what you want to do. Oh, in comes the Bat Rider. Lasso onto the Earth Spirit. They want to take on the initiation, but Tornado hits them. Earth Spirit's about to die. The Glimkin is saving him for now. Blizzy is just gonna die in the fire. No, rolling ball to escape. The Overgrowth has already been used, so they have no way of resetting this team fight. The laser refraction will finish off Blizzy, and for now, MVP Revolution have only lost their Earth Spirit. The rest of their team is still alive. Jules wants to fight. This is not a good idea. You still have an Omnislash available. Oh no, 19 seconds. Okay, never mind. That was the illusion I was selecting. But the real issue here comes from the fact that, well, you do have an Aegis still available, so it's not that easy to just destroy the Juggernaut. 20 seconds till the Aegis goes by, so might as well push. 20 seconds till the Aegis expires, you might as well try to push and at least get some healing out of it, because they're probably not going to kill you in that time. Just commit Rambo suicide. I guess it's not the best of ideas either. There it is, he goes in. Still with the Aegis, pretty confident. It's going to be taken away in 1 second. Leave. Oh, where's the Aegis? What the fuck? Why is the Aegis still here? Isn't it a 5-minute timer? Oh, there it is. This is so weird. Why is this timer always off by a bit? Is it around the 5-minute mark? Shouldn't you be able to predict it? I thought... Okay. Did they change the Aegis Reclaim so it's not every 5 minutes or something? That was weird. I don't know why it always happens a bit later. Like, it's not supposed to happen a bit later, but it does, certainly. Anyway, Juggernaut gonna get a Scotty to his name. Pretty happy with that. Because, I mean, he's really close to it. He's only needing 2100 gold. And they go for a smoke gank here. And all they need to do here is catch out... I mean, Tear Protector preferably, honestly, in the beginning. Oh, they saw him. Dust being used. Blizzy realizes what he was a mistake, and they still catch out a Bat Rider who jumped into his own death. Blade Fury just to finish him off. Jay already activated his guard, his steroids, got strength, and he wanted to kill the Invoker. Invoker actually hit by quite a lot. Boulder Smash, though. We'll try to stay in. Jay has mass commands himself up, and now he sees the damage to the Meteor, the Deafening Blast, and also the Juggernaut. This poor Jay will go down, and Jesse Vash has to use an Overgrowth just to help his team survive. The Freezing Field already came out, though. Jesse Vash, how are you running away from this? You aren't. That's the reason, or that's the answer. MVP Revolution take 2 kills, 3 kills really, but I forget that Jesse Bash is not really important. And now they're gonna go for some towers. Pubber is pretty decided to push these towers as Healing Ward to help his team sustain push, and he's not really too afraid of the March of the Machines because again the Healing Ward is so good. And oh, Jules, he could have Diffusal Bladed him, but instead he survives because of a Blade Fury that's stolen. It's the best spell that Jules can steal this game right now. All they have to do is catch out the Tinker, and then they're set. But the Bat Riders are so threatening in the back lines. Pubber could at any point be hit by the Flaming Lasso, but MVP Revolution will decide a pause. TeamSpeak has dropped apparently, and we'll get a second to see if Yash could actually initiate this. A bit difficult because, well, it actually doesn't show me the range of the Blink Dagger for some strange reason, but it should be around here. Like it should end around this area. Not in range of them yet, but it should be able to blink you from one cliff to another, especially with the Firefly. You go, you lasso Napoleoshka, preferably Powder, but obviously Napoleoshka the easiest target because Stormcat has a Lincolns on him, so I'm just gonna go on Napoleoshka, bring it back with the Force Staff, and Doesn't seem like the guys at MVP Revolution are coming back anytime soon, but they're winning the game, so hopefully they don't lose just because of this small factor that is the disconnection of one of their, or sorry, the team speak issue. I mean, they're playing really well. This is where it comes down to execution, because I don't think Happy Feet's lineup was particularly bad, especially with the Sven. The Sven actually seems a bad pick because he has no impact this game, but he wasn't that bad of a pick, honestly. Like I said, the Sven is pretty powerful now. The Juggernaut doesn't do too well against him, though he has crit damage. It's mainly physical. Sven can really screw over a Juggernaut because he has much more physical damage, and more importantly, Juggernaut has one of the worst agility gains out of any agility carry, 2.4. That's actually really low, and Sven has a good amount of strength and a decent agility gain as well, 3.0 per level, 2.0 per level, meaning that the damage that Juggernaut puts out is not that high, especially with a Warcry. Even with the Fusel Blade Manta style build is very powerful, but the point is, even against the Invoker, he should still be doing fine with the BKB and the Blink Dagger, of course, but the build he decided to go for does not include BKB yet, and he's had to go for Sanju Yasha as opposed to the Blink Dagger BKB, and Sanju Yasha is roughly 500 more than the BKB, so it's not entirely Blink Dagger BKB territory, but he should been able to get both. In fact, maybe even both before the Mask of Madness because of how powerful this Invoker was. And also, more importantly, they didn't make many stacks here in Happy Feet. Look at this. You can't really blame Jo. Do you see anything stacked here? I mean, sure, you've lost control of the game right now, so you can't really stack as easily, but you see any stacks? That's just one stack. And the stacks Sven's been clearing this whole time has been 1, 2, maybe at most. When you have a Trim Protector that can just help you from afar with Living Armor and can just sap experience with this Sven's stacking, sure, it might not be as fun, but you don't have to play aggressively Trim Protector at all, because Living Armor can just be really powerful in that regard. However, the power of this is that, in this case, the Trim Protector could have just, like I said, made stacks, spent his whole time in the jungle. Enemy team can clear them if they want, sure, but the whole point of the Trim Protector is that you can see them coming and you can punish them if they try to clear stacks alone. But Jesse Bash has not been doing too good a job of that either. It's not really a fault of Happy Feet in terms of execution, like, oh, you made a lot of mistakes. It's more of, well, you need to understand that playing as Sven has a very specific playstyle, especially nowadays. It's not that easy. You can't just say, alright, I'm going to play as Sven. You have to understand why he's been nerfed and why he's strong and whatever. And in this case, the reason why he's strong in this new patch is because of, well, a bunch of reasons, honestly. The base mana pool allowing him to be more aggressive, the stacking thing helping him out. Jesse Bash is dead, by the way. And, those kind of factors. But you're not utilizing any of them. You're only utilizing the fact that he has God Strength and it gives him strength. That's only because you only have to press R for that. And the lack of BKB against an Invoker as well seems like a lack of understanding of how this game is going to go because you have nobody to create your space. And of course, that Tinker Pick was not particularly the best item. It didn't work too well, but it's doing a decent job. It's mainly because he's up against a Juggernaut. That Tinker Pick was weird, considering you're up against a Juggernaut. One of the most traditional kind of Tinker. I mean, he's not Storm or Clockwork, sure, but he is Juggernaut with Magical Immunity, Lane Sustain, and a spell that can jump you per se. Actually, all three things that he needs, and even goes for Blink Dagger usually. Destroy the Tinker, in fact. So, I mean, it's not, again, like I said, it's not really the Tinker's fault. It's more of Happy Feet picked a lineup and they're not really playing it to its strengths as much. Which means that it's not necessarily his fan. It's mainly the MVP Revolution is also playing pretty well. I mean, they themselves have gone for a lot of kills. They punched the Tinker Pick. They went for the Invoker, which is quite clever, by the way, in their lineup. They went for a teamfight lineup and executed it perfectly, and that's the difference. Execution is not always about, who can do it better. It's more about who can execute your lineup with more coherence, more logical sense. Do I have a lineup that fits what I'm going to do next? That's the big thing. Does my lineup make sense, considering, like, would it make sense for my lineup to do the thing I'm going to do next? In this case, for example, take Roshan. And if you have Revolution, since you can take advantage of the Juggernaut and, of course, that Alacrity, then surely, yes, taking Roshan is always a sensible move. Especially when the enemy team can't really do anything for you. Okay, they killed the Dire Courier. That's really unfortunate. This turn is annoying. They can just buy another Courier, though. He had nothing on him. I mean, at this stage of the game, buying another Courier, not a terrible idea. Cheese dropped, actually completely forgot about that. Pupper will just put Cheese there. Trim could have grabbed it, but of course he wasn't close by. He has a Scotty though. Pupper is ready for a fight. And all they need now, all Happy Feet need to do now, is be able to kill Pupper in the team fight twice. Easy, right? 2700 HP. Sven has the same amount. So, strength you having the same amount of HP as an agility hero. Seems plausible, seems normal, seems alright. Cold snap, careful, deafening blast, also the diffusal blade. This Spider can't go anywhere. He's been disarmed and stunned, and subsequently destroyed. Nothing that Happy Feet can do to save their Pat Rider, but at least the Tinker doesn't die, which is the important part. Ben-Hur will continue to put pressure with these March of the Machines, but Pubber is gonna search him out for now. Just walking in the middle of March of the Machines with the Blade Fury on. He's confident, he knows what he's doing. They're gonna go for another tower. Tier 2 falling in terms of, or for Pubber and for... Yep, and Pubber, who's getting the likely boost as well to help take it down. Oh no, Sven in the top lane. The Sunstrike hits him, and W Zayak and Blizzy might just take him down alone. It's two supports with the help of a Sunstrike. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Pubber just disintegrates Jules. And now it's time for them to start pushing the high ground. They haven't taken the tier 3 yet, but they're anxious to get those shrines as well. Careful, because Pubber any second can blink onto the Tinker, so... Oh, that'll actually make him so powerful. And that Manta style to make sure that he doesn't... that he can still hit the towers. They forced the Glyph out of the MVP. No buybacks just yet, but the Vanguard had to come back, so they need to be around the same team. What is he doing? He keeps doing like this weird pushing thing where his team doesn't know where he's going. Neither does the enemy team. Oh, a lasso, catch out Nerf Spirit is at the best of ideas. Glimmer Cape to save him. That's W's Ix Glimmer Cape, by the way, and Buzz is going to be completely fine. A wasted lasso by the poor Bad Rider Yaj. And Pubber continues to hit these towers. They know where Jesse Vash is. They've rooted him. He's going to use his overgrowth, but he's going to die in 2 little hits. Oh my god. He died in 3 hits. He was not expecting that. His overgrowth could not come fast in time. And Rolling Boulder does not catch the Tinker this time. I don't think they want to go for these melee or for these range racks. The objective is to go for the tier 3 in the middle lane. The Alacrity combo with Pubber just deals so much damage. He still has the Aegis, let's not forget. They stole the wall replica. That's not bad. The last is not available, so the batter will just jump forward for no reason. And MVP Revolution will decide maybe this is a bit too far. You know, it's time that we stop farming this and we continue on our merry way to go to the shrine. Not their shrine, mind you, our shrine, so we can actually heal. Now, the H lasts 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's not that big a deal. Pubber can just take these shrines, calmly heal up on this other one because his team needs the healing, and then they go back and attack again. They've already taken 1 lane of racks, and it honestly took them no effort. All they have to do is win a team fight against Sven and utilize that Aegis a bit more efficiently. And of course, etc, etc. You don't care about that. You really don't. All you care about is being able to once you jump on the Tinker with a simple blink dagger, especially with Sven, because you'll be much more cocky, and boom, you got it. Look at it. He's just already using the illusion, of course, to deal damage to the enemy team. All they need is a gem too, so they can stop using so many dusts. Yeah, see the smoke spelled. They know there's someone here. The gem sees him, Blizzy. Oh, Jesse, that's pretty. What are you doing? The overgrowth comes in, and the lasso is not going to come out because of the tornado. Jesse Vash has already been destroyed, and the frostbite will stop Batman right in his tracks. He's ghost center himself up, but only thing he's doing is gaining a couple seconds before he dies anyway. The vacuum from Jules will do absolutely nothing but confuse the enemy team, and now instead he has vacuum, by the way. And Pubber will not continue to push. Knowing that he has the Aegis on him, he can play pretty aggressively here, and all he needs is the help from the Alacrity. Once the Alacrity goes, you go back, heal the board, and you're set for the next round. Because of course, once the Alacrity is on cooldown, I mean, that goes out. Well, it's on cooldown, but he can't really use it. Where do you jump to? He jumps to Jules, the Rolling Boulder. The Boulder Smash is actually going to catch out the Tinker. He first gets silenced, but no Boulder Smash because of the Hex. Really smart choice. Now, Jayo has received an Omnis right to the face. Sunstrike as well. The video throwing everything at him. And Jayo with the Frostbites, unable to move or do anything against the attack for MVP Evolution. W Zayak has to Glimmer Cape herself and run away. The Surge will help her. Ben-Hur will actually TV back to base. And there's Juggernaut. Sees Jayo, says, well, we can get a dieback. Careful, don't actually attack my carry because don't actually attack my mid because I'll destroy you. But he's continuing to attack those Rex right now. Size the Vice, hits the Juggernaut. He has to be surged back, and he should survive. Jules now jumps in, gets hit by the Juggernaut. That Blade Fury is so powerful. He gets stunned out. The Frostbite of the Bad Rider, they could kill him with Blade Fury, but they can't reach him in time. Just one more hit, and Pubber gets the kill. He still has the Aegis, but starts healing up anyway thanks to the healing ward. The healing ward will go into his teammates, and he's already dead. Sunstrike will finish off the Sven, and now with a dieback of the Sven, what can happen if he possibly do to defend this? Pubber is already taking those melee racks, and he's dealing a lot of damage. Stormcat is sent to Alacrity himself this time, but who really cares? Those racks are gonna fall easily to MVP Revolution. The racks left are the bottom and the mid ones. The bottom ones is really just a range rack. So Pubber decides to go for the middle ones first. Alacrity on, and Rax destroyed. The GG well played will come out by Happy Feet saying we cannot deal with this Juggernaut. MVP Revolution take the first game of this best of 3 and are one step further into advancing in the winners brackets, while Happy Feet will have one more chance to not go down to losers brackets or else or else they will just go down and possibly face elimination. So it's pretty bad. Anyway, guys, that's me for today. Well, that's me for the cast for the match. We have match number 2 shortly between MVP Revolution and Happy Feet. My name's been D Swordfish. Hope you enjoyed the cast for today. If you did enjoy the cast, feel free to follow me on Twitter at the Swordfish. There I also post all the replays, or there's my YouTube channel where I put all the replays of these videos that I'm casting, so you can watch all the matches again in their own beautiful glory.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Legion Commander.
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Ursa Warrior.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Move.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Solution for the first best of 3 of the day. Like most people know, this is the winners qualifiers best of 3. Whoever wins gets onto the 3rd round of the winners qualifiers. It will only be winners bracket. Sorry, not winners qualifiers. and will only be one round away essentially from the grand finals, so this is pretty big for both MVP Revolution and Happy Feet. However, game number 1 goes to MVP Revolution already, and they are pretty confident coming in this game number 2 against Happy Feet. If they win the second one, Happy Feet will have to face elimination in the loser's bracket, whereas the MVP Revolution will continue on their path to victory through the winner's bracket. My name is D Swordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Hope you enjoy the cast.
5 seconds remaining.
So Trade Protector and Ursa have been picked
Reserve time.
by the guys at right. Let's see. Legion Commander and Crystal Maiden. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a decent combo, actually, in the early game. Good laning presence, the Frostbite, the Arcane Aura. You actually help the Legion Commander heal herself up a lot because you can use the Burst the attack. Not the best combination against an general, but the Frostbite and the Crystal Nova as a whole is pretty good against the Ursa because it does slow down his movement considerably. The Freezing Field can deal a lot of damage to him, even though his Enrage could be up. Because the Freezing Field's a constant slow anyway, so you can just kite him while his Enrage is up, which is not something Ursa wants to let happen. You, of course, also have the press attack to help someone against the Ursa's attack. Now, they go for the Troll Warlord, and we've already seen this combination before. It's lethal. Legion Commander plus Troll Warlord. You use the Battle Trance as soon as you use the duel. That's a guaranteed kill on Legion, especially if she has, I mean, say 20 damage, honestly. That's all she really needs to destroy someone. That Battle Trance is so powerful. And of course, the Troll Warlord is doubly as effective this time because he works really well against the Ursa. Happy Feet will bring out themselves their own apocalyptic combination. In this case, a Shadow Shaman, a Trim Protector is their combination. Not a bad idea to bring out these two supports. The two supports now with the highest base attack damage, if I'm not mistaken, should be these two. Bar Night Stalker and whatnot, but I think the Shadow Shaman actually beats Night Stalker with 73 attack damage. It's ridiculous. He's gotten very buffed. And of course, Shadow Shaman with Ursa is pretty strong. The lack of range of Shadow Shaman can really screw him over, but with an Ursa, if you do catch someone with a Shackles or a Hex, they're dead easily. Now, MVP Revolution answers this with a Riki, which is quite good, because the Riki is able to fire Trim Protectors, a better ward than the Trim Protector in general, offers less teamfight, sure, but offers more damage, and that Smoke Screen can be both lethal to the Shadow Shaman and the Ursa, because it slows down the Shadow Shaman enough so they can be caught and killed, and since he has low range, it's easy to happen, and the Silence also screws him over so he can't stun anyone with the Hex or with the Shackles, making him kind of useless with the Ursa, and of course, the Ursa can miss his attacks while the Smoke Screen is up, and that's one of the worst things you can do. You still max Cloak and Dagger as you always would in the Riki, but of course, the second you would max, in this case, Smoke Screen, just to get that miss rate up to 70%, making it so that Ursa can really not fight within it. Happy if you try to get some team fight, get the Sand King, they already have the Overgrowth and the Snakes, now they also have the Epicenter, not a bad amount of damage. Meanwhile, MVP Revolution only have a Freezing Field, a Duel, and the Tricks of the Trade, so Happy Feet kind of winning in the terms of the AoE. MVP Revolution would be great if they could pick up something for the mid lane that could really utilize that Genki power that MVP Revolution has, and Invoker comes to mind as a particularly good pick. A Puck would have also not been too bad, and Ember Spirit as well for MVP Revolution. Similarly for Happy Feet, they're looking for some team fight, so again, like I said, the Puck would have been really good. The Tinker gets banned out by Happy Feet, the Invoker still available for MVP Revolution. Really does seem like an Invoker game. Happy Feet, on the other hand, what are they going to pick up for Ben-Hur to help with the Ursa? The Ember's not a bad pick, but I don't particularly like him too much against the Riki, frankly. Neither do I like the Storm against Riki and Legion. Maybe a Razor if you want to go for a classic. I don't think this team would go for a Razor, though, if I'm being perfectly honest. Psionics in this team usually, as opposed to Jaya. So, yeah. No, Psionics keep fat. Never mind. Wrong team. But, what could they pick up? OD as well is an option. Guess OD is always alright for Happy Feet. Ben-Hur plays a decent OD. He hasn't been bad yet. I suppose. It's not something I would love for them. They also have a possibility to pick up the Invoker themselves. Ben-Hur does play a decent Invoker. But no, they're going to go for a Templar Assassin. Now, MVP Revolution have the option to pick up the Invoker pretty easily. Invoker, OD come to mind for MVP Revolution quite easily. You could also pick up, say, a Viper, because you do have a lot of early game damage, but of course that's a bit too excessive. And the Venomancer is no longer played in that mid lane anymore. The Ember would be alright for MVP Revolution, but against Templar I would rather see an Invoker, for example, like I said. Or a Quap. Even a Quap would be good for MVP Revolution. Actually, Quap, Invoker, probably my top picks, and OD, and Ember, the secondary picks, per se. And then Viper doesn't. Well, maybe they go off the rails and they just have to pick a Viper. What else is there for the mid lane, honestly? You could pick a Magnus, honestly, if you do want to go have a bit more team fight. A bit weak against Templar Assassin. It seems like an excessive measure for no reason. Yeah, there's the Invoker. I was talking about him from the beginning, so I knew he was going to get. It's just a pretty good Invoker pick. The Frostbite, the Smokescreen is also easy to get a Sunstrike within it, the Duel, of course, and the Troll Warlord bashing someone to death. And of course, he doesn't do too badly against Templar Assassin because he beats her in terms of range. The Sideblades don't actually reach him in time in the beginning if he's playing properly, and you can also heal all the harassment with the Sideblades because of your Quaz Orbs. So you go for a Quaz Wax Exhort Invoker. By level 4, you should be 1-1-2. By level 5, you should be 2-1-2. So you have the level of alacrity, but also the Quaz healing. And by level 6, you should be 2-1-3 and go back to usual Exhort build. You have points in alacrity, points in exhort, enough to last it. Points in the Wex, so you can tornado, and Ghost Walk, and alacrity, so you can last it. And you have points in Quaz just to give you the healing, and of course that.
5 seconds remaining.
If they take away the lanes, MVP win 2-0. Okay. Yeah, probably. I mean, this is a quite easy game for MVP. I gotta give it to them after this.
Prepare for battle.
Because the whole point of this is that the lineup for Happy Feet gets quite countered by what MVP is running. The Invoker can really stop the Sanking Initiation with just like a Tornado. Jesse Vash doesn't do too well against the Ricky because Ricky can just naturally fighting and smoke screen him. Both the TA and the Ursa deal badly against both the Invoker and the Troll Warlord. The Legion Commander can pretty much destroy anyone once he gets Blade Mail. It's looking bad for Happy Feet if they just base it on the draft. But of course, execution matters a lot. It does matter a lot how the lanes go, because in the early game, it's when Blizzy's probably the worst as a Ricky, and the Trim Protector has his highest peak, and so does the Shadow Shaman, as opposed to the Crystal Maiden, who has a bit of ganking power, but not the same harassment power. So it really will depend on how much they get out of these lanes, especially the Ursa, and how much Jayo can farm out. If you can out-farm the Troll, then you should be fine. If you can't out-farm the Troll, you're going to be a bit of a rut in the early game. That said, my name Fish, I'll be your caster for today. Let's see what the teams have for us today. We have MVP Revolution here, W Zyke on the Crystal May in the support position, the Invoker played by Stormcat in the middle lane. As the carry of Pubber as the Troll Warlord in the carry position. Blizzy will be the Ricky as the second support, and then finally in the offlane, Apoloshka will be running her Legion Commander, or his Legion Commander. As for Happy Feet, we have Jesse Vash on the Templar Assassin, the TA played by Ben Templar Assassin here for the... Wait, did I call him Templar Assassin? Jesse Vash is the Trim Protector. The Templar Assassin, as played by Ben-Hur here in the mid lane. The carry will be the Ursa, played by Jayo. In the first support position, it's Mr. Jules on the Shadow Shaman. And the offlaner will be Yaj. As the Sanking. That was a weird initiation. I kind of confused them. I don't know why I said with Trim Protector there, but oh well. W Zyke, don't miss this last hit. Oh no, this is definitely going to be taken, isn't it? And Jesse Vash is even blocking this camp. What an ass. Oh, okay. He actually lost the last hit. Or didn't take the last hit, so it's good. Notice how Ricky is helping on this middle lane, because of course he needs to. If you help out at the early levels, you actually take a lot out of the enemy team. And, oh no, was that Sideblade's level 1? Sideblade's level 1 is insanely vulnerable to Ricky, and there's no sentry, so that was a weird choice. I mean, I'm a big fan of Sideblade level 1. I don't disagree, but it's just that there's no sentry. I don't know why you would give a go Sideblade level 1. It's really not the right choice. And Invoker is dominating this lane, obviously because of the extra damage he gets from the Exhort. Early on, he's just really taking advantage of this. Able to deny decently, last it decently. Obviously, the TA is actually, crushed completely. Blizzy's still around this lane. He knows that there's a courier coming around. Blizzy might see it. The courier is going the long way. The courier is deciding where to go. It's finally deciding to go the normal way. Blizzy will see it the last second. It's like, oh, screw it. I can't go for the courier. And he will survive. The centers are always in the bottom lane where they want to make sure that the Treant doesn't get found, and also because of the Ricky, of course. But now they finally put one in the mid lane. Ben-Hur doesn't... I mean, you can put a bit of harassment against Blizzy, but the second that the Invoker gets 1 point in quads, which he already does, goes for Cold Snap, Ben-Hur has to be careful. Cold Snap adds instances of damage to the damage that the Brick and the Invoker do. And it's really easy to actually just keep hitting Ben-Hur. There's the Cold Snap finally. Now with the Reflection off, it's going to hurt a lot. And they have a Sunstrike available if they wanted to use it. But of course, Stormcat will not invoke it just yet. They still just want to harass Ben-Hur out of the lane. I mean, it's 4 last hits to 14 right now. So Stormcat is quite happy with this captain. That's only level 1. Shadow Shaman, no level. They could have gone in and shackled the Invoker, but I don't see what that could really accomplish, especially because the Ricky's around Smokescreen and boom. You know, all he needs to do is blink, strike Smokescreen, or just walk him up in Smokescreen, and your whole Shackles plan goes to hell. And it's not like the Teleport has enough damage right now to really be relevant. What where the Legion Commander is? She actually just went full on jungle. What's her late? Urside, possibly Shadow Shaman. Yeah, Shadow Shaman counters right with anything. She can't press the attack out of it, so the Ursa can just kill her off. That's a wise choice to just go and decide to stay in the jungle. It might actually help her considerably. That way you have one less lane to worry about. Yes, the Ursa won his lane, supposedly, but of course the Legion is still getting a decent amount of farm. And you can concentrate on the Ricky on the mid lane, and the bottom lane just leave the Crystal Maiden, and you should be fine. A Troll Warlord himself is not farming as well as the Ursa, though. There's a problem. Getting Invoker really farmed is really nice, but of course, you kind of want the Troll Warlord to be above the Ursa at all times. Unless he relies less on gold and net worth and whatnot. Because the Ursa is much more about abilities and experience. It only needs a Blink Dagger and some sort of Morbid Mask, or maybe, you know, some sort of BKB. Actually, just a Blink Dagger is usually enough to deal a ridiculous amount of damage. The Troll Warlord needs a bit more than that. Sanjay Yasha preferably, and some sort of Morbid Mask as well. Okay, I was thinking for a second you're gonna miss that. Missed one of them. Alright. In the bottom lane, they're going to go on W Zayak. Easy kill for Yash. Simple Burrow Strike plus death. And Pablo can only keep farming here. That's all he can do. Just keep farming. Just keep farming. Don't let... Guys, don't worry about him. Don't let your feelings come through. You know, you're a carry. You're supposed to stay farmed, but just stay strong. And that's what Troll Warlord is doing right now. And it's not too bad. He has... I mean, he's going to get phase boots and decent timing, I suppose. The Ursa is beating it by only 300, so it's not that big a deal. Meanwhile, the Invoker's only beating the TA by 200 or 400 gold or net worth, which is not that big a deal either, honestly. The difference in last hits is not... I mean, it seems like a bigger difference than it is, honestly. Both Ben-Hur and the Troll Warlord can easily recover. Especially if they get some sort of ganking here, because Jesse Vash wants to help out Ben-Hur. I mean, the refraction charges are now much more considerable. The Invoker's not even bothering taking them out. The Invoker's not even bothering taking these refraction charges out because they're actually really strong. Going with the Forge Spirit, and the Forge Spirit harassing to some degree, but you know, you just want to take the damage out of anything, and that's not possible. Stormcat being hit heavily by the TA, he's still slowed. The Cold Snap is helping him considerably. Great invocation of the Forge Spirit. That is your poor man's tornado if I've ever seen one. You can't use a tornado yourself? Fine, doesn't matter. You actually just go for the Forge Spirit Cold Snap. In the top lane, the Legion Commander makes the mistake of going and appearing in lane. Have you never heard Moon Meander speak about the whole off lane thing, man? Just don't go to lane if the lane's too bad. That was your mistake, and he dies there. And the top lane, I mean, 31 last hits, giving a bit of more net worth to the Ursa. Now the Ursa is really surpassing the Troll. He might not have not gotten the first blood, but he got a much more value. Well, he got a pretty valuable kill. I guess the Invoker dying is a more valuable kill regardless. Oh, actually, no, that wasn't the first blood. The first blood was onto the Crystal Maiden. Yes, he must have not gotten first blood, but he definitely got a more valuable kill. That's what I was going to say. Cool. Oh no, so okay, don't miss those last hits. I know he was. I think he just thought the TA was going to outlasted him and deny it. That's okay. I guess at this point now you'd really rather the TA doesn't get them to die. Ironically, you're trying to last it just to prevent the denies from the enemy team, just because you know that they're gonna get experience from it. That was sad. What does Dota come to? Alright. In the bottom lane, what is the Saking doing? Is he following W Zayak, or is Jesse Vash just winning flat family? The Commander still here. He had to go for 2 levels of Moment of Courage, most of the maxing overwhelming odds. But only 2 levels on that big a deal. Troll Warlord himself is actually not that worried about Yash. Look at it. Just harassing and being able to swap between ranged and melee gives him a lot of potential. The Whirling Axes are actually a lot of damage. And the W Zayak is still an easier target. It's... Oh, there it is. The first hit the Trim Protector, the Frostbite, now the Burrow Strike, catches W Zayak, and... Yeah, never mind. He is an easy target. Period. There's not more to his story. Right now, Happy Feet are winning by quite a lot of net worth, 14. happy with this game. They are taking down a lot of kills as well. But the issue, mainly the Crystal Maiden, is a bit worrisome because, of course, the last hits are going in their favor, but not by too much. The Troll Warlord, like I said, should be able to recover. So it's not that big of a difference yet for either team. It's just a slight advantage for Happy Feet. However, Happy Feet do not have the late game against this team of MVP Revolution. It seems like both teams went for a mid game, but of course, MVP Revolution with a Troll Warlord and Invoker, once they get enough space to farm, are much more powerful than the Happy Feet. That relies much more on Sanking, for example, to initiate. Relies on the Ursa to be powerful, which is only a mid game thing. It's not going to be that easy, so MVP Revolution really have to reconsider. Or sorry, Happy Feet really have to. What am I saying? Happy Feet really have to take this early game and just utilize it very well. Try to get a lot of kills onto the enemy team, because otherwise it's not going to work for them too well. I mean, last game MVP Revolution also started losing, and then they eventually came back from nothing. So that was not a big deal to them. They had lost a couple kills there. They recovered completely. And right now it's 0-3 the score, but the score is not going. Like I said, not much difference in net worth, only 2,000 for now. It's a considerable difference, I suppose. If you're Happy Feet, you're quite happy with how this is going. You're going to get a Blink Dagger early, but like I said, they're playing a more of a waiting game, trying to get to the mid game pretty strong, as opposed to trying to win just the early game from the start. And that's an idea. It's not a bad one, honestly. I think it's a safer of the ideas as well. Jesse Bash doesn't even go for that last hit because he knows he could die. I think it's a safer of the two ideas himself, because you can either try to get a lot of kills and maybe fail, or alternatively just wait up and... Oh, did he not get a duel? Yeah, there's a duel. Alternatively, just wait up and try to see what the enemy does and react accordingly, whereas you have already gone with valuable items. So there's a duel. I don't think he's going to be able to kill him, even with the Troll Warlord help. Actually, the Invoker with the Sunstrike, now Polyoshka, able to not able to win the duel, but able to get that kill onto the TA. That's pretty important. And for now, he has Phase Boots. He walked right next to the Ursa. That was a terrible idea. Luckily, the Phase Boots are helping him out considerably. The Phase Boots from the Ursa are on cooldown, so are his. And for now, they're going to be let go. Let go. Easy kill. That's all they need. Cold Snap now onto this poor Jules. In comes the Meteor. The Meteor is going to really take away those living armor stacks, and Blizzy will be able to finish that kill. Root from the Crystal Maiden will only ensure the Ursa's enrage, and that will be a dead Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, Stormcat walks right by Jesse Vash, right by a trap, and does not seem to care much about it. Well, Troll Warlord just wasted Battle Trance on, or just used his Battle Trance on. Sorry, not waste. Didn't quite see. He was just helping the Polyoshka farm a bit, or get that buyers onto the Invoker. Okay, Benher in this middle lane starts to push his tower down. Blizzy and the Stormcat could help him. With a Tornado, it's easy pickings, but of course, Benher is saying the required distance away. With the help from the Train Protector, catching him out is almost impossible. And even with a Tornado, right? And of course, MVP Revolution will have to disperse. The smoke gank not too effective, frankly. They're just all trying to get farm for their team, and a bit of backing going on for the Crystal Maiden. That's nice. The Roshan already falls down to the Ursa, taking advantage of that Morbid Mask. He's actually a pretty good kill. He decided to go for the Ursa that goes for Roshan rather than the Eternal Envy Ursa that decides to go for Blink Dagger so early. The Morbid Mask does make sense, and it's much more effective when played this way. Like I said, cohesion between your strategy and of course your itemization, between your strategy and your draft, have to make sense. And in this case, taking the Roshan, a valuable target for both the Ursa and the Troll and the Invoker. So I mean, it's actually MVP Revolution's Roshan much easier because Legion Commander. Actually, both teams love Roshan. One team you have the Temple Assassin, the Ursa, and to some degree the Shaman. On the other team you have Invoker, the Troll Warlord, and of course Legion Commander. All of them are all for Roshan. So just a free-for-all in terms of the Roshan right now. With an Aegis also being utilized. Okay, Yaj comes in with a Burrow Strike, hits a couple creeps. Bubber wants to kill Yaj regardless, has the Fervor on, but in comes Jesse Bash. The help from the Ursa. They almost destroyed Pubber. He actually dispels the blind from him, and Pubber is about to die. Jayo will be getting that last swipe to complete the kill. They still want to kill off Yaj, but of course it's a bit harder without Tricks of the Trade, and you can't really play aggressively with Ricky, because Living Armor could just punish you any second. Actually, 16 seconds to Living Armor. Suppose you know this. Probably not. He just kind of scouting out Yaj. Ooh, that Sunstrike. That Sunstrike. He could almost smell it with those claws. Actually, that makes no sense, but whatever. The Ricky is ready to attack him. Has a smoke screen as well. Blink Strike. I'm pretty sure Blizzy can kill him. I'm pretty sure Blizzy can deal 300 damage. Can he not? With one initial attack? First strike as well. Lizzie's just body blocking him ever so slightly. He knows there's someone here. He knows there's someone here. He's waiting for the sun strike, the possibility of a sun strike, but of course he makes it out alive. Ben-Hur though in the middle lane, he's being caught by a duel. Now the sun strike as well. Ben-Hur's about to die. They need with one more hit. The disarming blast, but Napaleoshka is gonna die as a result and not win that duel. Jayo gets 2 kills, maybe a third one as well. The tornado to bring him back up, and now we just go on to Ricky, Blizzy, who has to go for the rune instead. Jayo, or someone had a ward here. Yeah, there's a sentry. There's a sentry. Easy kill. Yeah, that's it. They don't win a duel again. They do kill Ben-Hur, but as a result, lose a lot. MVP Revolution are actually kind of stuck in a rut right now because they keep going for kills, but as a result, the Ursa just keeps on jumping on them. That Blink Dagger plus Morbid Mask came really fast, and though Invoker got a decently timed Midas, you can't really deal with the Ursa right now. And in the middle lane, oh, Yash comes in, Burstrike catches W Zayak, the Frostbite though. Jesse Vash comes in with a bit of a root, and Napaleoshka still has the duel. They could go on Jesse Vash, cut down this tree. Blizzy starts attacking. The duel is finally out. The smoke screen as well, with the Sunstrike to finish him off. And now the epicenter, they want to fight this. Strix of the trade comes out, and Ricky will survive, but Legion Commander will not share the same fate as the Invoker now gets stunned out. Stormcat has to use his Ghost Walk, this smoke screen. He messed up. He didn't mean to use the smoke, he meant to use the dust, but it was a bit too late. The Invoker was already far enough away. In the top lane, Pupper was man-fighting this TA, maybe not the best of ideas, and Blizzy destroyed by this team of Happy Feet because he decided to go quickly, or go on them. And
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
visibility does not equal invincibility, as a result gets killed. Pupper also makes it out of this top lane alive, decides to go for the Yasha first, wanting to kill Ben-Hur even more. This Ursa is snowballing pretty well. Maybe that's later build in order just so you can actually use the Ursa damage to destroy towers. But to be entirely fair, I've never seen a Desolator win a game, so... Okay, Jayo catching out Crystal Maiden, easy kill. They tried to heal her up, but of course that was way too late. In fact, the play there was actually to just try to attack the Ursa. In fact, Blink Dagger is very important up Aleoshka, but so is the goddamn Blade Mill. Against this Ursa, you can make him kill himself if you catch him at the wrong times. And since you have more HP than the Ursa, well, you have roughly a bit more HP than the Ursa. Right now, a bit less, but when you have the Blade Mill, you should have a bit. It is a bit better than the Ursa's, right? 2.9 per level. How much is Ursa's? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Ursa's god. I forgot that he has a remnant of strength from back in the day when he used to be played almost like a strength hero with a 2.1 agility per level instead. Oh wow, the TA is about to talk to these ancients. Oh, they know this is here. No blink though. Ben-Hur does not see them. He's gonna come out easily. There it is. Dual use, Sunstrike even committed, no point in it. Napaleoshka will be getting this kill. But however, the help from the Sand King, ooh, he can't burst strike right away because of a well-placed smoke screen. Now Legion Commander would like to blink away, it won't be able to. She'll just die to Yaj's and Jayo's attack. Whereas Happy Feet get a dual kill, and onto the TA, the Legion Commander sacrifices herself. Is that worth it? Certainly, 100%, yes. Because Legion Commander getting dual damage and of course getting a kill, I mean, very important. But, you know, dying to the Ursa is never good. Troll Warlord might actually do the same, and no, it's just not what you want to do right now. W Zayak is the only existing member of MVP Revolution that hasn't died to the Ursa yet, or in the past 2 minutes, and Ursa makes sure to fix that. Jaya, who is a godlike, 8,000 gold or 8,000 extra gold for him. They really need to start pushing now, but I mean, with this advantage, you actually take it a bit easier. There's a later for the Ursa quickly, and then start just honestly pushing hard. Because this game will not go too much in your favor if you don't think that. Actually, this later will come on the Templar Assassin, so there's no point in it later on the Ursa. However, she should go for this later before Blink Dagger. It's just that you really should not be thinking about yourself. You should really be thinking about, okay, how are we going to win the game now? MVP Revolution have a strong mid to late game. They do. They're not going to stand around and let us do whatever we want. And once the Legion Commander gets the Blade Mill, our Ursa might be in trouble. Because the duel will always come out on him and it'll always be a kill. So what do? What is the plan here for Happy Feet? Well, the plan is to start pushing and start taking objectives. Right now, they haven't been doing much of that because they'd rather just go for kills and then farm afterwards. And this farming time is great and generous for MVP Revolution. And it's not the best farming time for the Ursa. Yeah, exactly. This is what they should be doing. Getting kills whenever they can, killing off the Ricky and taking away that ward. And once they kill off the Ricky, they just start going for objectives, taking advantage of the high damage that an Ursa does. He did go for the Midas, which I admit is pretty ballsy, against a team with an Invoker and a Troll Warlord. But mind you, it's not a bad item, especially when you get it so early.
This will do nicely. Dire's top tower
Okay.
is under attack.
Let's see. MVP Revolution. Wanting to go into this top tower, perhaps an easy tier 3 for the public to take. After all, he is a troll warlord, so they are taking more objectives than the enemy team is, or at least trying to, because of course they do have the battle trance, so they're quite smart about it. But for now, probably was hoping for that to be some sort of... Yeah, exactly. Some sort of incentive for the TP to come in, and then they can gank it. That's why the whole smoke gank. Jesse Vetch will reveal the smoke, hits him once, reveals himself. Yash as well. The bird strike can help Power out with a press the attack. Power wants to fight this. The Ursa. Now the duel. The Sunstrike will come out. He hasn't been able to use Enrage. Can they kill him in time for the duel? The Enrage will come out last second. No! He's been silenced by Blizzy's smoke screen and wasn't able to do anything. Now the bird strike comes out on Troll Warlord. They use the dust, but great whirling axis. Turn this around. They already kill a TA. Going up to Yash, and Yash he can't really use Sandstorm because he's been revealed by the dust. He also can't burn strike in time. The damage for MVP is too strong, and they actually turn this around. They turn this around with just a really clever smoke gank coming from behind. Apollyoshka really helping out with a great duel, and with this they're able to build up their defense a bit more, build a blade mill like they were hoping for, and Stormcat hasn't even participated. He is looking for his Aghanims. He actually found it minute 18. That's a really fast Aghanims actually for an Invoker, or not fast, but faster than last game honestly, and it's going pretty well in that regard for them. The gold per minute is actually quite higher than last game because the Ursa limited himself to farm, and that's what I was talking about. Lack of objective taking for the Ursa has made it so that he's really not that powerful, unless there's no way of really asserting your dominance in the game until you take objectives and you take them quickly, so that you can both get the... Oh wait, Napaloshka looking for a duel. Easy duel onto Benher. They actually don't see him. Yaja was going in, so this is a good thing they didn't duel. Napaloshka just die here. Doesn't have press the attack. Yaja is not needed here. The TA will just finish him off. That's unfortunate, but whatever. Like I said, Happy Feet really wanted to push it. Now, with the Invoker getting his axe, it's much harder to deal with him, and the ganks are not going to be as easy. The Godlike streak also got lost by the Ursa, and of course, that was a lot of gold going in the enemy team. I don't recall who got the kill on the Ursa. Was it the Invoker? No, I'm not entirely certain. But regardless, whoever got the kill on the Ursa, pretty good. Pretty good amount of gold that he got. I think it was a troll warlord maybe. Oh, Jules using the dust. Really clever dust actually, but Tricks of the Trade is still available anyway. They want to go on to him. Oh, and goes for Ben-Hur. They want to kill off a Crystal Maiden. Will there be time? Prison Field already used, and she's actually going to survive for a while. Jesse Bash trying to finish her off, but the Tricks of the Trade will also kill him. Stormcat stuck in those snakes. Jules gets a fantastic kill onto him. But as a result, it's a support for a mid and a support for a mid and a support. However, the Invoker is a little bit more farmed, so it's a bit of an advantage to Happy Feet. There's the Burst Strike as well, catching up the Ricky, so a considerable advantage now to Happy Feet in that engagement. But of course, the low net worth for MVP Revolution kind of balances this out. Essentially, those kills to the supports mean nothing, and that kill onto the... But then again, that kill on the Trim Protector means nothing. That was overall not that important of a fight. Oh, Pubber. If he dies here, this would be important. The Burst Strike coming in, no. In fact, he used the Epicenter way too early. Now the duel coming out on the Ursa. Why would they ever do this? He's been taunted. He's also lost all his armor. He starts hitting the Legion Commander, but there's not enough blade mails to stop the Ursa. He's gonna get that kill, sacrificing himself as a result. Honestly, best thing you could have done there, considering the circumstances. They get a bit of a gold boost there. Oh no, it's actually MVP Revolution to get a gold boost. The Crystal Maiden though, not really important as she gets that gold. So in the end, I think it's a pretty even trade. Ursa not losing any gold, and the Crystal Maiden getting a bunch of gold. You don't really care. The Blade Mail is needed for this Legion Commander, and she working on it slowly. Actually, she will be able to have it. The invisibility rune, Blizzy marks it out. Stormcat says, screw it, let's go for the Roshan first. Because we have a troll and we have a Lackley, so this is an easy Roshan. Or should be an easy Roshan. Look at how fast he hits and how hard he hits. Jesus goddamn Christ. That is actually ridiculous. And with the tornado, you can actually look at how much of a team fight with this engaging power he has. Takes away all the mana, now the smoke screen as well. Yash goes in, but Yash is just going to die to the Tricks of the Trade. Very well played here by MVP Revolution. Now Jules jumps in, wants to get this Roshan as well, but they're not going to let that happen. Actually, they will, but they snatch the Aegis regardless. And this time, MVP Revolution will be taking down 2 kills. Now the third one. They get a double kill. Ben-Hur lasts no time in that freezing field against the damage of the Troll Warlord with a battle trance available. And though MVP Revolution don't get the gold for the Roshan, they do get the Aegis. The Troll Warlord keeps it in his stash. And that's what you look for nowadays. 150 gold for your whole team is still pretty nice, honestly. It's pretty much like an old shrine. But of course, if you can't do it, what will you do? That actually is the only thing that recovers Happy Feet's net worth there, because that team fight really...
Gold and sweet.
You know, almost a team wipe essentially, because the Ursa died earlier, and then just punishing Happy Feet for trying to steal a Roshan multiple times. In fact, they got really greedy with that Roshan steal. It was a bit too greedy, honestly, considering that the guys from MVP Revolution had a pretty good control of the pit with the whirling axes and, of course, the Ricky's Tricks of the Trade. Don't know why they all jumped in there so quickly. Tricks of the Trade has been dealing a ridiculous amount of damage this game. Oh, no. Pubber still has a definitely... Oh, the definitely blast. The Epson has been used. Pubber's going to try to disarm someone, but, of course, it's a bit too late. However, Jayo has been called the duel. No more enraged. The Meteor comes out, and Jayo's going to start hitting the Legion Commander. She has no blame, though. They still get the kill, though. The Tornado stops the Sandstorm from happening, and the Silent Sanking will just commit to his death as MVP Revolution take 2 more kills. And now they're winning by 1,000 net worth. This game has gone from Happy Feet flavored to MVP Revolution. Kyrgyzstan is back, my friends, and with Pubber's attack speed, with the alacrity, and of course his fervor stacks, this tower will fall in no time, unless of course they glyph it, in which case Pubber will have a harder time, but will still take it regardless in a reasonable amount of seconds. I was kidding. That was a good duel by Napaloshka. Sadly, he's not getting too much duel damage in these duels, but of course, stopping the Ursa is all they need. And once he gets the Blade Mill, and he does have it now, the Ursa will be dead. Those overgrowths have been coming out for the Twin Protector at the right time. Yaj has also been playing a really good Sanking, but they really can't stop the damage from the Invoker. The Invoker pick was fantastic. It's worked so well for them in the early game. Stormcat loves playing the Invoker. The Tornadoes are great disengaged tactics, so you stop away all the extra team fight the enemy team has. And we were talking about this earlier, how the enemy team, in this case Happy Feet, has a lot of team fight with obviously the Epicenter, the Overgrowth, the damage from the TA, which actually, you know, is able to go around the whole team fight, right, because of the side blades. The Ursa, sorry, the Shadow Shaman in general with the Master Promoter is 2 stuns. They have a good amount of team fight, but the issue is that, of course, the Invoker has a good amount of disengage. That Tornado is a really hard thing to stop because it's a fast skill. It provides a stun and actually stops a bunch of channels with a ridiculous range. They're gonna catch out the Ricky though. Oh, the Legion doesn't want to fight this actually. The duel is not gonna come out by Napaloshka. They actually stun out the Tornado though. The help from Stormcat. They might even be able to get a kill here. They use the Ice Wall perfectly onto the poor Ben-Hur. Now Tornado, he's been stunned out forever, and Ben-Hur will die. Jesse Vash still not being seen. They know they don't have anything here. The duel coming down to Jesse Vash. Now the Sunstrike, and they'll burn those tree roots to the ground with a duel. Be able to kill him off with a Sunstrike. That is a good job by Napaloshka, able to take a 48 damage bonus now, and also getting a couple kills there, including the one on Ben-Hur. What MVP Revolution did pretty well is that, of course, they made the Ursa seem really strong, and Jayo likes playing that way, and they know how Jayo plays. Jayo is a pretty well-known player. He's been playing for a long time, and we've seen him in both SCA teams and American teams, and he has this style of pretty aggressive, but with a nice amount of farming with it. Oh no, Jayo actually losing a lot of mana there, and the Cold Snap as well. There's a Sunstrike, will hit Jayo right in the face, and Jayo has to... They're trying to force the Enrage out. Of course, they won't be able to. They go on to Jules instead. They have a duel available in 6 seconds. They might just wait for it. No, they just don't kill him. Right, easy kill on Jayo. That's a gem for this team. Unless the Courier took it. No, that's a gem for this team. Jayo will jump in any second. Right, but Jayo likes farming. They took advantage of that, and, well, now they're being super aggressive. Napaloshka still trying to get the duel. Play mill wasted, though. That means 10 more seconds without, or 20 seconds without the Legion Commander's duel. Because of course you want to use the Blade Mill with it, unless you see a perfect opportunity. So you have to be careful as the Ursa, but not as careful for a couple seconds. No, 3 seconds. 3 seconds and the Blade Mill's back up, so it's perfectly fine. Napaloshka will be able to destroy Jayo. Pubber's already destroyed this tier 2 tower in the mid lane, utilizing his alacrity, or the alacrity pretty well for this. 6,000 net worth difference now. In only a couple minutes, we saw a swing of almost 15,000 for MVP Revolution. I mean, these guys have really recovered. That Solar Quest as well on the Crystal Maiden, fantastic to add damage to the Ursa during the duel, by the way. I mean, I think that's part of their strategy. And Lincoln's almost completing a Troll Warlord, which I can only imagine is to stop all the great spells that the enemy team has. No Leech Seed, no Hex, no Shackles, and of course no Burrow Strike. All those spells stopped. And in addition to that, no Yule Scepter, so no setup stuns either. Lincoln's is a really good alternative to the BKB this game. Though of course the BKB would be alright, the TA or the Ursa still melt you, and you can't just go ham in the team fight. You still have to kite in to some degree, so the BKB is not as effective, especially if the Ursa activates his own, because then you're going to want to fight him 1v1, and the Ursa is going to usually beat you unless you get a Lucky Bash or a couple Lucky Bashes. That said, the Lincoln's allows you to, be able to split push, gives you more versatility in terms of your build, because you can split push and attack from afar more. You can go for a Silver Edge, for example, Troll build, and since the Lincoln's always active, then it's easier to actually use it to prevent spells. More importantly, the stats that the Lincolns give you is much more useful to the Troll. 15 in everything, the 6 HP regen, of course the mana regen to some degree, so you can use the battle trance more often. The mana regen actually not important, but the stats, the 15 stats, is much better than what a BKB gives you, because you do want the agility of it. Okay, this up Ben-Hur, easy duel. Ben-Hur goes down. The smoke screen to stop Jayo from attacking, but he used this BKB trying to go on Napaloshka. Now the root. Napaloshka is the target of aggression. Is he gonna go down? He's trying to run away. The freezing field knight caught him, and Pubber will perma stun this poor Ursa so that he can't go anywhere. MVP Revolution take a team fight that didn't seem to go so well for them because the Ursa initiated upon them to a team fight that was a complete victory by the great position of freezing field, and of course Pubber's attacking. That's all they need. The Fusil Blaze is going to be his next item. I think that's a great item for him, so he can push towers a bit further with his insane amount of agility he has. Not using the battle trance, but still using the alacrity to push these towers down, and of course the help from the Force Spirits. They find out the Sanking. They actually easily destroy him with a smoke screen, and boom, smoke screen plus Sunstrike. That's a roasted Sanking for dinner. As Happy Feet are waiting for these towers to fall down, they really can't use the buyback on the Ursa because he has no buyback. So MVP Revolution take this advantage and decide to go into more towers. With the alacrity, honestly, Pubber does not care much about what the enemy team does because he just keeps on going on to the Rex. And the melee racks will fall in seconds. That living armor does nothing. They even go for the range racks, because why not? Honestly, we didn't do this in the middle lane, but we thought, fuck it, for the top lane, it's a good idea. And without this, or after this is done, a Roshan is the name of the game. And then they go for the last set of racks. Unless, no, yeah, I think that's the idea. Well, obviously go for shrines. Take the shrines easily. After all, the troll still hits pretty hard. And get a bit of extra gold for your team, then go for Roshan, and then finish the game. Because this game has gone from Happy Feet to MVP Revolution in only a couple minutes. And what a swing, honestly. We talked about it, we said it when I was casting. But of course, they weren't able to do this. They weren't able to really... I mean, they got the Desolator on the TA a bit too late. They went for Blink Dagger first. That was mistake number one. Maybe not getting the Desolator on Ursa as opposed to the TA, who was being out-farmed. So, what MVP Revolution did that was really smart is they actually concentrated their efforts on the TA in the beginning because they knew the TA could snowball better than the Ursa in terms of objective taking because she does go for Desolator. They forced her farm really low. They forced her farm to be really low, meaning that, of course, Desolator came really late. But the issue here with Happy Feet was that they opted for a Blink Dagger before the Desolator, meaning Desolator came even later than the enemy team expected, so they actually managed to crush it completely. So the tower pushing never came, and so even though they take the tier 2s, the guys from Happy Feet were unable to take many team fights afterwards because we're playing against a Midas Invoker and a Troll who's usually going to out-farm your Ursa, and they all Troll also waiting for really smart items like the linkage with the Manta style to prevent some of the damage and more importantly some of the slows and dispelling those that the enemy team had, and of course that roof from the Trim Protector. So, because of this, the guys at MVP Revolution have gotten the upper hand now in the game, and a couple good teammates, of course, played very well by Stormcat, and Happy Feet are relying on smoke ganks. That's what their lineup is for, but really, you're up with a glass cannon in this case. 2 glass cannons, really, because Ursa's kind of a glass cannon too, without any acronyms, meaning that you're really subject to how powerful your enrage is to survive, and it honestly doesn't look good for the guys at Happy Feet. They can still come back if they get really good team fight, especially with a smoke gank, but this is not a 4,000 or 6,000 difference. 19,000 difference already is ridiculously strong. Okay, Ursa goes in the... Okay, why did the Ursa go up there just to kill the Riki? They knew he was there, but Jayo is now stuck up there. He has a TP, gonna use the dual Sunstrike as well, gonna hit him. That's a weird duel for Napoleoshka. He's very happy with this. Freezing field now cut out by W Zayak. He's gonna be destroyed by Ben-Hur. Actually, they're stunned by the shackles from the Shadow Shaman, really effective. EMP though coming out. They want to avenge their dead teammate. The EMP will destroy the Shadow Shaman. However, the TA is still hitting, and the Troll Warrior has to run away from this. Napoleoshka's not helping him enough. The TA finally dies with Stormcat's damage. Pubber is able to just leave with his whirling axes on. Yash starts to heal with a shrine, pretty smart. They don't have their Troll Warlord yet, or not full health, and Jayo is back, so you really don't want to fight this unless the Troll Warlord is still looking for a kill. Oh no, this is Sanking. They actually catch both him and the Ursa with a tornado, really smart. They still have a Deafening Blast available, should for the next team fight. Good Ice Wall, by the way, to stop the Ursa from initiating. Because why? Because even though the Ursa can use the Blink Dagger, like you said, you can actually get dueled and then you can't run away. Because you've already used the Blink Dagger offensively, so that was pretty good play. I mean, MVP Revolution don't lose much there. They take the TA and the Shadow Shot. In exchange, they lose the Crystal Maiden and Ricky Maru. Not that big a deal. Lich Commander didn't die there. The Ricky Maru, of course, died against the Ursa. Result and a dual kill on the Ursa of all things. The Ursa had to use a buyback in that team fight. It was not good for the guys at Happy Feet. In fact, losing people like that is the last thing they want. Now the Roshan is marked by MP Revolution. I completely agree. This is what they should be going for anyway. Assault Grass on Pubber. These items are so weird on Pubber, but they're working out. No Scotty, you know, no. The Vlad is normal, but Lunkins, Manta Style, Assault Grass. Oh, we'll take this this Roshan release. And the Assault Grass also helps a lot against Roshan and of course against towers because the Mantis armor benefits him slightly. With the Alacrity, he's going to be able to take towers ridiculously quickly, and nothing the enemy team, in this case Happy Feet, has in their repertoire can stop him, because the Living Armor is one of the worst items, or one of the worst abilities to stop the Troll Warlord. Because he's not sustained push, he's more of a constant, or not constant, not even, like a burst push, if that's even possible. And just, I'll take one tower and then leave, I'll take one tower, then leave, I'll take one tower, then leave, because he's so goddamn powerful. Look, he even goes on Jo, just seeing him goes on Jo. Doesn't even care. He's gonna take this tower down. I mean, they don't have any backdoor protection. And with the Assault Cuirass, the Fervor stacks, and of course the Alacrity, damage to the Troll Warlord is a bit ridiculous. He's also gonna be clearing these creeps and just gonna be fighting from here, trying to take the Living Armor out so that this tower doesn't heal itself back up. If Hubber hits him inside the smoke screen, there's no blink available, so they can go onto him. To the smoke screen, of course, is a bit too dangerous. However, there's a good burst, like beautiful tornado stop the initiation of the enemy team. Not a smoke screen. They're all stuck inside. Deafening blast to stop the Ursa from attacking as well. And then Apollo's not looking for the duel. He actually just won against Ben-Hur. Josh is gonna go with another burst, but Jayo's fighting alone, and even to get stealth damage within the enrage. Now they destroy him. The 2 cores are down. Yash is the last core left, and if they can kill him, they'll even kill Tomb Protector by accident, honestly. If they kill Yash, that's game. Actually, never mind. Happy people call it GG, well played. MVP Revolution take game number 2, 31-23, minute 32, guys. It's a best of 3, the first best of 3 to go 2-0 in the playoffs, at least that I've casted. And MVP Revolution will be the ones to do it against Happy Feet. 2-0, they win, and they proceed to the last round of the winners brackets, whereas Happy Feet will proceed to the semi-final for the losers brackets. Sadly, they are not able to advance further. That said, guys, that is